Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Kansas State Wildcats, taking on another Big 12 foe, the West Virginia Mountaineers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Mountaineers will put total leather to crank us up. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that.
And the Kansas State offense will take over. First and
10. First down for this offense. Quarterback checking off. Quarterback on the keeper. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit.
Well, I'll tell you what, just watching this QB in the run game, he's going to break, at some point in this game, he's going to break a home run. Defense did a nice job getting him down there, but this guy, I'm telling you, he's just a play away from taking it to the house. Keep letting this guy do his thing.
Feeling some heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Here comes the offense on 1st down. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Finds his tight end. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the 1st down.
I think it's because the tight ends, is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come over.
Got it in the middle, it's Ray. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into the run.
Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy.
K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Here's the handoff. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. Quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
Couldn't make the connection on 1st down. Now here on 2nd. They'll give it to the back. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
3rd and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking for space. It's White. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
The offense gets pretty lucky there. 3rd down in your own end. You're throwing to try to get the first. That ball just a little bit late, and as a result, they're lucky that wasn't a pick 6.
And the Mountaineers will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. Be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Kansas State pushing the pace. Quarterback checking the play. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires into traffic. Picked off. Looking for more room. He's at the 20. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, West Virginia.
I love this free safety and how he plays center field. And oftentimes, he's able to bait QBs into bad decisions. He did it right there. Made the quarterback think he was dropping one way, put his foot in the ground, got in front of that pass, and then showed you the wheels, returning it for a touchdown.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. Hauls it in inside his 20, and here he comes. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Johnson looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you can see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a second time in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football on this 4th down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense getting set for 1st down. Looking for room. It's White. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Leaves it with the back. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down.
1st down, West Virginia. That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, West Virginia
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. It's Green. They're working that left side. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. The Mountaineers are marching down the field. Trying to find his man on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Ray. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Mountaineers! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you had my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Kansas City, 3.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone and he's knocked down at the 10. Here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
And he breaks into the open. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Kansas State quick to the line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it. After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Johnson wants to throw it. It's caught. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays. They're getting chunks of yardage.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll pitch it. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Might be looking to run. And there are flags flying as the pass falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. They go to the draw. Kept it on the ground on 3rd down. Picked up 5 yards, but it'll still be 4th and He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's caught! Touchdown, Kansas State!
Man, diving catches always look sweet, but they look even sweeter when it's for a touchdown. That's shades of Desmond Howard back in the day, winning a Heisman Trophy and making catches against Notre Dame. That was unbelievable.
And with the extra point, they close it to 17-10. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. You want to talk about answering each other's score. That's what we have going on right now, Jesse.
Yeah, and this offense, it's been impressive just seeing how well they've been executing, too, because they're playing with a sense of urgency, David. They know they've got to go score a touchdown every time they take the field.
It's like a tennis match. You're just trying to break serve at some point, just back and forth. Most offenses having a lot of success in this football game.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Green. Now adjusting. He'll pull it down and run. Still running at the 40. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
First down, West Virginia.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. It's complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. And the Mountaineers have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Getting some heat. Dances away from the heat. Grabbed in the middle. It's Taylor. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
He's looking to throw. Fires toward the end zone. And the ball is intercepted. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back.
I'll tell you what, safeties in today's football now, it changes, right? You used to be big hitters that spin down all the time and have to play the run. Now with so much pass, so much spread, you better be able to cover. You better be able to have some speed. Great job sitting back in zone coverage, breaking on the football, and going and getting that INT.
Complete downfield. Oh, look out. The 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. We trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
After that latest answer, tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win in David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. He's looking to throw it. Caught in the backfield, it's Fox. Ball's out. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Man, that's a big mistake. And listen, I'm still going to force feed my playmakers. If I'm not quarterback, I'm not OC, I'm walking over to that guy and be like, listen, it's okay. It's a little bit of a mistake. We're still going to find ways to get you the rock. You're too important to this team not to give you the football.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He'll turn it loose out to the right. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. After the misconnection, it's second down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Johnson looking to throw. He fires a bullet to the right. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Well, it's a simple play. QB's just looking for his big fella, the tight end, and he couldn't reel it in.
Looking for a gap. It's Giddens. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Just 1 for 3 on fourth down so far in this one, but they'll stay on the field and try to convert here. Looking left. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Caught on the outside, it's Ray. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Caught near the sticks. It's White. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. The Mountaineers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to pass inside the red zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Mountaineers!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. Case has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Johnson wants to throw it. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Makes the grab. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He'll come out throwing on first down. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
He's back to throw on second down. Takes a hit as he fires. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to them, and it forced the incompletion.
They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. That's going to wrap it up here in the first half. Stay tuned. Second half not too far away. Kansas State will kick off as we get things started here in the third quarter. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dominant.
The 20.
They get him on the ground at the 20. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. As they get ready to start this third quarter, think how big the lead might be if they'd taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over, Reese, but if you're on defense right now, you've gotten a couple turnovers early, and you're saying, okay, we're going to need to keep this up. We got to stay aggressive for us to have a chance to win this game, but we believe we can do it.
Yeah, you've already done it, so of course you're going to believe it. Keep playing fast, keep playing physical, and then tell your offense, hey, we need a little help over here. Can you help us out and put some points on the board?
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. It's Green. They're bringing heat. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. And on the very first play of the third quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Caught behind the line. It's Fox. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
On second down, looking to throw. Trying to get behind the defense. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
Looking to go up top on first down. Get it out on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass. It just never developed.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
You see, they need more runs like that. It's been so few and far between. Defensively, they've been in position. They've been winning their one-on-one battles, getting off of blocks and rallying to the ball carrier. This defense has done a nice job slowing down the run game thus far.
Looking for a man. It's Green. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Afterburner's coming. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
The back goes in motion. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Makes the grab. It's White. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Let's see what they've got on second down. Give to the single back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Wide out in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, West Virginia. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Coming out with it, it's Brown. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think we can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
On third down, he drops to throw. Steps away to find some room. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on third down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of this spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Makes the grab, and he's got the first. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
They'll throw it on first down. Coming after it. Going to try to get it himself. Wisely avoids the tackle with the slide. The Wildcats will hustle to the line.
Nice job by the QB sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Moving away from pressure. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do I do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something.
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. And the Wildcats will line it up on 1st and 10.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Couldn't really get started there. Pickup of 1 to the 35.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small game, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
That third down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity for the offense.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Takes the handoff. It's White. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Running back searching for a hole. A confident, tough, efficient run. Gets it up to the 44.
And a nice job by the running back finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game because that hit is what caused that fumble.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. Now on 2nd down.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, West Virginia 31, Kansas State 20.
Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. Johnson looking to throw. He's right on target. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Kansas State pushing the pace.
Brings up 3rd down.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. We looking for a productive play on first down. On the run, it's White. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Pressure coming. Smashes through. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Just slithers through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Not only made the pick, but he also made up some ground and took it back to the 38.
Listen, the enemy is the clock, right? You're down by 2 scores. You got to make something happen. Really, really good job by the defense, forcing the turnover, getting the ball back to your offense. Now you got to go score, and I got to get one more stop.
Trying to get to it. Finds the tight end. Open space at the 25. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
It's pretty amazing at this point of the game. They're still in a position to win. Not everything has gone right for them up to this point, but with a couple of minutes left on the clock, if they can get a touchdown here, get a stop, and then get another score, they win. But they've got to start being aggressive and taking shots.
They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They're trying to get to it. Tight end finds a soft spot. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give them a finish. Powers forward. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. Late in the game, and the confidence is building. If only there's enough time to finish.
Time is ticking, but man, you gave yourself a chance now. Now the defense, go out, do your job. We got the momentum. If you give me the ball back, I'm going to win. Let's go, defense.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
To throw, it's Green. Pocket starts to collapse. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
He gets a block. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely.
First and 10.
K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time, and it's picked off for the 4th time today. Touchdown, Mountaineers! How about that D coming up with a play like that? They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth quarter lead. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Line getting set on second down. Johnson wants to throw it. Extending the play. Got him downfield.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the...
He's going for it all. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Looks as if he'll work his way forward and get it up to about the 11-yard line.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful, and you're making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Ray. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. And the Mountaineers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the tailback. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football, create balance, and right here just chews up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it, and right now he's doing some damage on this defense.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the three phases on any side of the football. So, David, moving forward, a lot to take away from this game as they try to improve.
A lot to take away and a lot to learn from. I mean, losses definitely hurt. They sting, but a lot of times most teams refocus and they get a sense of urgency now that they got a loss in that column. So watch the tape, watch what you need to improve on, and go attack it in practice.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.